Hey, what's up, guys? So, if you haven't seen part one of this video, then please check the description box. I will have the link there so that you can watch the first part of this video. But as you can tell by the title, I'm just going to be talking about how people treat you once you lose weight. So, after I did the first video, it received a really good response, and there were just some things that I think that I kind of left out. So I decided to make a part two. So here it is. So one of the main things that I think I definitely left out in the first part was the level of respect that you get once you lose the weight. There has just been a complete and total shift in the way that people treat me in regards to how much respect they show me. Just like day-to-day things that maybe you wouldn't think of, like someone holding the door for you or smiling at you, or things like that. I feel like before, especially with men, like they will let the door close on me. Like it was no problem for them to walk right past me, whether I'm female or not. It wasn't, I just can't really explain it, but there was like no sense of urgency. Oh, let me get that for you or something like that. It wasn't like that at all. But when I tell you, it has completely and totally change. Like I can be in the parking lot still going into a store and a guy will completely stop and hold the door open, or just at work. It's just crazy how much your size makes a difference or plays a part in how people treat you, and especially men. Okay, so also along the lines of respect, there's definitely been a shift in just how people treat me professionally. So meaning like my normal 9 to 5 job, people just treat you so much. It's almost like you're more capable of doing your job because you lost weight. And to me, just because your job, unless your job is a physically, like, a job where you really have to be up and moving, and it really does impact your work, then really there shouldn't be a difference in the way that people treat you. But there is, and my job is an office job, so definitely the weight really didn't have anything to do with how well I performed my job. I still perform my job at the same level or maybe even better, but there's definitely been a shift in the way that coworkers and people around me treat me, and I think that I mentioned that a little bit in part one. But I just want to stress the very, very different level of respect that there is. Like, it is really mind-blowing, and until you're like in both situations, meaning you're overweight and then you lose weight, I don't think that you can really truly understand the difference in how society in general will treat you once you lose weight. Um, it's a sad reality, but obviously with me having gone through it, I've just learned it to be completely and totally true. People will just treat you different, they'll respect you more. And I think that I also touched on this in part one. You are just different, not necessarily like a completely and totally different person, but you'll start to carry yourself in a different way. And that has to do with how people treat you. People will treat you based on how you present yourself and the energy and the vibe that you give off. So I don't think I talked a lot in part one about the way that other women will treat you, or people of the same sex. So if you're a guy, how other guys will treat you, or if you're a girl, how other women will treat you. I think with guys in general, it's just completely different. Like, I couldn't see a guy like really like beefing or like, looking at somebody crazy or sideways or hating or whatever because like their homeboy has 6-pack now. And like, come on, dudes don't think like that. It's the girls. Girls are so catty and everything is a competition, and it's like women just can't be happy for you. Like, people in my family have been happy for me. True, genuine friends that I have seem to be happy for me. But girls that just maybe they went to high school with me or they went to college with me, they are so like, it's almost like they don't want to recognize it. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, obviously, if I used to look like this, like, don't just come to me like I look the same. Like, I don't understand. It's like there can't be a congratulatory type of spirit or happiness. now you're like in their same competition, I guess. And so it's like now we're beefing. Like, we could have been cool when you were Fat Cookie. Like, that was all good. Cool. We could go to the club and you can hold the bags and you can sit in the corner and you can watch as this guy buys me a drink and whatever. But when you're on my level, like, no, we're not. Now we're competition. So we're not cool no more. That's kind of like how it is. Like, people who I used to hang out with or go out with to places, it's kind of just changed the entire aspect of our relationship or friendship. I wouldn't really call it a friendship because it's not like a true friend, but just people that you see in passing, acquaintances and things like that. They definitely, it's like the hate is on like this crazy, crazy level. And it's amazing to me how much people can change. Specifically in high school, during like my senior year when I really started to put on the weight, who were very mean to me and bullied me and made me feel by myself. A lot of my friends, they left in the 12th grade. They were older than me. And so, senior year was a really kind of lonely year for me. I feel like all my friends were gone. One of my best friends, she went to college really, really far away. So it wasn't like I could just see her all the time. And there were people in school who made me feel miserable. Like, I would go to lunch in the library or something. I would go anywhere but just in a space where I had to be around a lot of people because they didn't make it very comfortable. But I say all of that to say it's so funny how like now they will hit me up and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of all of your accomplishments." And it's like, what? Like, we never even had that type of relationship anyway, but like now don't come all over my social media being like, "I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you." It's like, you didn't talk to me like that back then. You were the person who made me feel completely and totally like just outcasted. Like, I couldn't be a part of, I can't sit with y'all. Okay, well, you can't sit with us. Y'all know that. That's how it was. I couldn't sit with them. My friends were gone, and then it's like I was just by myself. Nobody was there to really like pull me in and just be like that group of friends for me. So, and if you watch my weight loss story video, you'll see in there where I say, I started gaining the weight and then I quit track. That was also a part of the reason. My friends had gone. Nobody that I was really super cool with like that was running track anymore. And so that truly, truly affected everything. I feel like if somebody would have been like, hey, like would have been more accepting of me back then maybe I would have never quit. And maybe I would have never, gotten to the point I got to. But who cares? That's all history and it's all part of my story, and I'm grateful and thankful for it now. But I just want to give you guys an idea of like what types of people treat you, a different kind of way. So definitely people who knew me in the past treat me totally different, and they put on this front, especially on social media. I don't know if it's for, I guess it's for my followers to see that, like, I don't know, okay, because I don't get it. I'm not about to just front with somebody that I was never cool with like that. But that's great. If they're proud of me, if they're truly proud of me, like in their hearts, then that is great. I'll take every compliment and and all of the well wishes. But at the end of the day, it is fake because I'm still the same me. I've grown, I've changed, physically, emotionally, and everything. Everybody should. I mean, if you're still at the same point that you were last year, then I feel like, you need to be growing. So I've grown and changed, but it's not like we've ever had that conversation for them to now be like, "I'm so super proud of you." So yeah, I think I said a lot there. So if you want to see more about like how men treat me, how people at work are treating me and things like that, you can check out the part 1. I did kind of expand more on those subjects in the first part. And if you have a very specific question, ask me, and if I get enough questions, I will make another part to this series. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.